Hi, and welcome to another update of luxury homes here on the island of Oahu. My name is Bryan with Hawai'i Real Estate. Another active 2 weeks here for new listings, total of 12, but just to be clear, 4 of them had been on the market before. They've just been relisted. The first 2 I'm going to cover, and then a couple other ones. And then we had 4 sold transactions for the past 2 weeks, but some really quality new listings to the market. And I'm just going to jump right into it. Okay, so here we have this property in Kaneohe area. It was last sold in 2017 for $1.6 million. It had been listed last year for 3.5, so they dropped it 350,000. Looking at 5.49 acres, have quite a few fruit trees on the property. Small home, just under 1,800 square feet, but again, a lot of land, and it was remodeled in 2021. And if you tuned into this update, my most recent update prior to this one, there was a home that was listed for $25 million. This home is located in the same neighborhood of that property. So it's quite a ways out of Kaneohe, heading north on the island. And since I covered this property not too long ago, I'm not going to show you all the pictures. But an older plantation home that's been really well maintained. Very secluded if you're looking for a lot of lush green, peace and quiet, tranquility. This may be a good option for you. Has some ocean views. But for the price point and the living space you're getting and the location, definitely won't appeal to everyone. Some water view there. Get an example of ocean view. Split AC, but nicely done. Definitely the price reduction helps, but I'd still be surprised if it sells at this current list price, but we'll see. Moving on, this property is on Kapahulu over in the Waikiki area. This last sold in 2020 for $1.88 million. It was originally listed this just past January for 3.8, so they did a pretty significant price drop. Still think it's pretty expensive. In Kapahulu. And here's this main Waikiki. Right across the street, there's a Safeway shopping center. And again, not really a luxury property. This could be work-lived, commercial space, and then residential. And I just covered this property again not too long ago, so I'm not going to go into detail on this property either, especially since it's not really a luxury home. There's a good shot of location. Okay, moving on to this property in Waialakai Nui. This last sold just February 2024 for $1.576 million. Now they're listing it for $3.963. Almost 3,600 square feet. Lot size is 7,500. Remodeled this year. So they did do some upgrades since acquiring this property back in February, but this is really a huge increase in the asking price for the property just in 3 months. Great views though, has a saltwater pool. A lot of square footage. Really not too keen of the lighting on beneath the cabinets there. Just my opinion, doesn't really work with the property. Nice Diamond Head, Waikiki town views. I don't know. I think it's a little too high in my opinion, but it is a nice location. If you're not familiar with Waialakai Nui, not too far from Waikiki. Very desirable area. Okay, moving on to this property in Kahala. This actually also sold in February 2024 for 3.2. Now they're asking obviously 4.338 million. It's a 5-bed, 3.5 bath. Almost 3,600 square feet living space. Lot size is almost 9,000. And this is a good example of living in Kahala is considered one of the most desirable areas to live in. And for this price point, you're only going to get garden and mountain views. And plus, this is not the most ideal location. This is a very busy street here. This is Kahala Mall. There's a Whole Foods here, movie theater, some decent restaurants. But pretty busy area, and you'll get some highway noise living over here. And this property does have a tour, so I'm not going to show you all the pictures here. But really nicely well maintained, beautiful Beautiful home. But on this one as well, I think they're asking kind of a premium on the price. Do like those retractable doors. Nice living space here. Covered lanai, opens up to the pool. Very nice. We'll see though. Again, I just think it's a little high on the price point. Okay, moving over to beachside in Kailua. This home last sold in 2015 for $2.75 million. Asking obviously 4.625. It's a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, almost 2,900 square feet. Lot size almost 11,000. Garden views. Here's your location here. A home recently just sold over here for almost $16 million. Not my ideal location for living in Kailua because you're really close to Marine Corps Base, Hawaii. I prefer to be more over in this area on the beach, but this is a beautiful home. There is a tour as well, so I won't show you all these pictures. Nice picture there. But for the area, square footage, and based on the comps, not a bad price. Okay, moving on to Diamond Head. This is another property that was just relisted. Had sold last in 1990 for $700,000. Had been listed last year for 4.95 million, so they dropped it 200,000. 4-bed, 4.5 bath, remodeled in 2023, originally built in 1988. Over 3,500 square feet living space, or about 1,700 square foot lot. And again, I covered this one recently, so I'm not going to show you all the pictures here. It's a nice looking property, well maintained. Kind of standard look though to it, nothing too exciting in my opinion. Oh, and I'll just point out the location right here. So just on the kind of western side of Diamond Head, Kapiolani Park. We'll be pretty busy here. A lot of people, foot traffic as well as vehicle traffic, going through Kahala and going to the park as well. Okay, here's a nice property over in the kind of Makiki area. Last sold in 2016 for $1.715 million. Now listed almost $6 million. It's a 5-bed, 5-bath. Originally built in 2019, almost 4,900 square feet of living space. Lot size almost 11,000, well, just over 11,400. Variety of views here. Located on a flag lot. This also has a tour, so I won't show you all the pictures here. Very convenient location to get to downtown. Gonna have some really nice views. So located on a flag lot. Very convenient location to downtown Honolulu. Makes for a really easy commute. You'll have some nice, obviously you can see Diamond Head, but more of a city view. It's a good example right here. Nice lanai. And if you want to live close to town and not have to fight with traffic, this could be a good option for the price point. So I do think that's priced a little high as well. Okay, now moving over to East Oahu, the Triangle area. This home last sold in 2011 for $5.75. It had gone on the market last year for $8.895. So it's really significant price drop when they just brought this back on market, about $1.4 million reduction. This is a really beautiful property, and they may get the price point around now. I mean, I'll show you some pictures here. It's a 5-bed, 5 full, 2.5 bath. Originally built in 2008, remodeled in 2020. Quite spacious, 6,500 square feet living space, and a really good sized lot for East Oahu, over 21,500 square feet. Not coastline, oceanfront. It's going to have some stellar views. Location here, again, triangle, you're just set back. There are some pathways all along this area where you can walk down to the water. It's just a public access. And this home does have a tour, video tour. I just love, though, the finish work, the interior design is, in my opinion, just beautiful. And it's still a pretty steep price for not being oceanfront in this area. But you just look at the quality of the home and the finishes. I mean, I could really see how it would appeal to somebody. So really curious to see if it gets any traction at this new price. And again, if you want to see the video tour, it'll be in the description of this video. Okay, another home in Diamond Head. This was last sold in 2012 for $2.15. Now asking 7.9. 7 beds, 6 full bath, 2 half baths. Originally built in 1963, remodeled in 2021. Another pretty large home, almost 5,900 square feet. Lot size is just over 10,000. This has some pretty good views. Located right here, just on the southeastern slope of Diamond Head. Really convenient location. Another beautiful home, but in my opinion, it's priced a little high. Got a great rooftop deck, though. You're gonna have some wonderful ocean views, get some great sunsets. But obviously did a ton of work on the renovations. It's a neat space there. There you go. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see. I do think, like I said, I think that's a little high. Next is a really unique property. First time on the market in 50 years. This home in Lanikai, asking 9.3. It's a 4-bed, 3 full bath. Originally built in 1943, remodeled in 2017. This just shows you how hot Lanikai is. The home is just about 1,500 square feet. Not even on a very big lot, just over 12,400. But it is coastline in Lanikai in a really desirable location. Right here. So you have Kailua town. I currently have a client looking for a property in Lanikai, and I know that there's a lot of other people looking for quality properties in this neighborhood. A lot of agents are looking for off-market transactions like myself. So I can totally understand why the listing agent and the seller of this property would want to really put a premium on the asking price. I mean, super popular, Lanikai Beach. It's really shrunk over the years, but hard again to beat the location. I mean, really not much of a property itself. And if you don't want to live on oceanfront, there is another property that's really quite grand, but it's set back a few blocks from the ocean, listed around, I think it's now around 5.5, been on the market for a while. But it's a beautiful property, just not oceanfront, and doesn't have this little smaller lot too. So we'll see here. No video tours. I'm showing you most of the pictures here. I'd be surprised if someone pays 9.3 given the square footage. but you never know, because again, these just do not come on the market very often. And there's one other Lanikai property I'm going to get to in a moment that really shows you what a stellar home on the oceanfront can sell for. But before I get to that one, here's this property in Diamond Head, oceanfront. 19.8 million, 5-bed, 5 full, 2 baths, 2 half baths. Originally built in 1998, remodeled in 2008. A little over 5,500 square feet of living space, and lot size 14,731. Right there, here you have Black Point. This is all areas obviously very prestigious. This is a very neat home. Some beautiful woodwork. Just want to show you, this beautiful picture here. Beautiful yard, and then there's a good drone shot as well. Yeah, there you go. So this area is very popular for surfing all along here, but this beach does not get very crowded. So again, really just a really stellar location. Can be quiet, close to town. But that's a pretty rich price. We'll see. Then lastly, here's the other home in Lanikai I was talking about. This is pretty magnificent. 19.85 million, 6-bed, 5 full, 2 half bath, built in 2018. Almost 7,800 square feet living space, and lot size 14,000, almost 500 square feet. On the coastline, this has a video tour. So this is very close to the other Lanikai property that I just reviewed a moment ago. And this property is stellar. Good view of the Mokes. It's a really pretty shot there. And not many properties like this in the Lanikai area. So there is a new build, not oceanfront, but a new construction on the hillside of Lanikai that went on the market either early this year or late last year. A little over $11 million. Hasn't sold yet, but kind of reminds me of this property. Similar finishes, very high quality. But that hasn't sold yet. So, I mean, it's really hard. These are just so exceptional properties. Someone might, and they don't come up very often at all. So someone might be willing to pay this price point for this type of home, because it truly is one of a kind. Really hard to duplicate. There you go. Yep, we're curious to see what happens there. Now moving on to sold, Wailoa Ridge. This home was on the market for quite a while, 223 days. 3.395, sold for 3.125, cash transaction. It's a property in Mokulua, 17 days on the market, sold for cash for 3.2. Good shot there. Here's a property in Lanikai. Really small home, 850 square feet, 11 days on the market, sold for cash for 3.2. This again just shows you how appealing Lanikai is to somebody, and this will definitely be either torn down or just added on to make a much larger property at some point. But quite a price for that amount of square footage. And then lastly, over on the North Shore, 81 days on the market, cash 6.5 million. Well, thank you for tuning in. You take care. Any questions at any time, contact me. I'm happy to serve you in any way I can. Aloha.